Here we go. Get ready to start. Thank you. Hi, good evening. This is Marcus Cobb. I am the proud host of Dallas Means Business, and I want to welcome you to the second season of the Dallas Means Business. This is our first episode, so if you tuned in last year, we managed to interview some of the most extraordinary business owners here in the Dallas Fort Worth area as well as in other areas. But I really want to start off this season with giving um, props and congratulations to all the entrepreneurs here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. And I'm just very pleased to continue my journey by interviewing these incredible people here. And I plan to go on to not only just interview people in the Dallas area, but all over. So stay tuned for that. But today I want to bring such good awareness to a company called the Business Lounge. And the Business Lounge is a co working space for African Americans who are looking to start their own businesses and bring more to the community. And I have the pleasure of introducing you to the owner of the Business Lounge, which is Ms Ro Simmons.
Hey guys. Hi Marcus.
How are you?
I am fabulous.
I just want to say, first off, congratulations on the co working space. It's just a beautiful place. And it's nothing really nothing like it here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. And I just want to honestly just say that growing up and just really starting my business, I didn't have a lot of resources, didn't have a lot of support, and I'm glad that you have brought this place here um, because without it, a lot of us wouldn't be where we are. A lot of us would be stuck. A lot of us would be, just roaming around. But um, one of the questions that I want to ask is that you found that there was a need here in the Dallas area. And so what made you want to start, this co-working spot?
Well, one of the main issues that I found was we'd be in business today, but we wouldn't be in business tomorrow. So I had a company that I was using to make the vinyl stickers for me. And they made some stickers for me about a couple years ago. Then I went to order some new ones, and they were like, "We're no longer in business." And I'm like, "Why?" And so that's just one of the examples, but that is something that stuck with me, and I'm like, "Why are we not in business?" And so when I started really getting into doing the lounge and everything, the first year, I got so many entrepreneurs that the first thing that they would say was, "I don't get support. My people don't support me. Everybody want a discount." That's what I kept hearing. And I was like, okay, number one, we are what we attract.
Correct.
So if you out there asking for discounts or you out there not supporting people, I mean, you're going to get what you give,
That's right.
But number two, though, is like we are not supporting each other because we all got these individual agendas. We've never been meant, or we were never meant to be independent. Most people think that we are. You can say you're independent all day long, but there's not one thing in this world that you can do by yourself. Not one. You always got to have somebody else.
And coming from the fitness industry, because I know that you were completely in a different industry.
Yes.
You seem to not have a problem with the location that you secured. Was there any issues that you faced when opening up the lounge? And why was Addison the place to, have this location?
Okay, so I'm a Plano native, so I know for some people say, "Hey, that's too far north" or whatever. So when I had my fitness business, I spread out to Dallas. So I had my fitness business in Plano and in North Dallas. So I wanted a central location. And so being in North Dallas opened me up to so many more people that we're in the middle. So we're 15, 20 minutes pretty much from anywhere around the Metroplex for the most part. And so the lounge that you see here now was originally my fitness studio. This was my second location of my fitness studio. And I converted it into the lounge when I was given instructions by God to do. Because my fitness business was doing good. It was doing real good. But one of the things I was trying to do with it was help other fitness professionals. So I wanted them to have a space to where they could run their own businesses, but also have people come in and teach us. So I had people come in and teach us on branding, marketing, bookkeeping, everything that I'm doing from the entrepreneur community now. I had that, but just for the niche of fitness. But it didn't work out. So it didn't work out. And one of the reasons I saw that it didn't work out was because it's a lot easier to go work for a gym than it is to build your own fitness business. And that's pretty much the story with everything, but fitness is really like, because fitness is a luxury. People don't really buy it unless they really have that extra money for it, or unless you make them feel like it's a necessity. But that comes with your branding and your marketing. So one of the things about entrepreneurship is that you have to build here. That's and right. A lot of people don't build that. They think it's all about the skill that they possess. Yes, you have a skill, but if your mindset ain't ready for this, you ain't gonna last long. And that's what was happening.
Wow. That's something. Okay. And what are some of the services that you provide here at the Business Lounge? Because they're all co-working spaces are different, but each bring a uniqueness to the community. And what makes this place so unique?
Okay, y'all ready? Listen. Mm-hmm. We are a co-working and event space. And so I say we're the Beyonce of business lounges, and we are the Chick-fil-A of event spaces. Oh, wow. So we set up, we take down, we serve and check in your guests. If you have a presentation that you're doing, it will be up and ready when you walk into the space. Like, our whole ultimate thing is for the host and their guests to be stress-free. So we make sure everything is done, everything's packed up. If your event is for 2 hours, it's for 2 hours. That's not including setup and takedown. We take care of all of that. With the co-working, if we have business help on site, we have marketing power hour with Chanel Yarber of Bright Girl Media. I mean, our ultimate thing is for us to stay in business. So with the co-working, you come in, you can get some work done, but if you need some insight or some help, you're able to get that. It's not just you come in, nobody speaks to you, nobody, you don't know who the management staff is. Yes. Like, we always have somebody here on staff if somebody's in here co-working. And the good thing about the lounge is that it's not all that buzz and bustle. Here we will serve up to 10 people during co-working. And we want to keep that intimacy because studies have shown that people are not as productive in co-working spaces as they thought they were going to be. Because when there's so much going on, then it's kind of hard to stay focused. So I want to keep the intimacy with it, but that's one of the things that we have here. And also the business workshops. That's one of the major things that I pride myself on because we need that education. Yes, so I partner with local expert entrepreneurs to teach classes here and to teach the community.
Definitely. And to elaborate on that, what I've seen over the years is that entrepreneurs, especially African Americans, tend to make a lot of mistakes. Oh, yeah. In your experience, what mistakes have you seen, not only just in the co-working, but just in general in the world, I would say?
Well, some of the mistakes I see is that people are depending their success on someone else. And you can't do that. You can't say that your failure is because this person didn't do this or this person didn't do that. You have to take a look at you. Like, everything about business is a self thing. Like, you have to get yourself in order to receive that person who's going to be able to come and help you. You have to get yourself in order to receive that deal that's trying to come to you. If the deal ain't coming, it's because you ain't ready. It's really that simple. You have to get yourself positioned and ready. And so when things happen in business, it's not to derail you, it's to grow you. So when you do have those bad relationships, you take that as a lesson and then you form your blessing, okay? Because every person you meet is a blessing or a lesson. And if you see it that way, you'll grow from it. And it's going to hurt, y'all. It's going to hurt. Because you're going to feel betrayed. You're going to feel like, okay, like, you're going to feel like you're not enough. You're going to feel like things are not working out. You're like, I'm putting all this work into it. What is going on? That's the things you have to do to continue to build. And so that's what I see is that a lot of people just give up too quickly and they depend on other people for their success. Yes, we will all contribute to the success, just like there's several people that contribute to the raising of a child. they have to go to school, so which means the parents have to let them go so they can go to school, right? It's the same thing. Like you, everybody has a contribution to deposit, but the overall success of it depends on you. And so that's like one of the things that I deal with in the group talks that I do is I deal with our mindset and how we present ourselves. How do we see ourselves? Because if you don't see yourself in a good light, if you're not confident in who you are, you're not going to be able to help nobody else. I don't care what you're making. You can be making bow ties or dog biscuits. It don't matter. If you ain't confident to go out there and sell me this dog biscuit and I ain't even got no dog, then I mean, like right. That's the problem.
That's the truth. Because I honestly I experienced that in I would say earlier in my entrepreneurial career where I just felt like no matter what I was doing, I kept, failing, but I kept saying that I would blame it on somebody else. But yet, I didn't really take a look at myself. I didn't feel like the confidence was there. I didn't feel like a lot of things were just in order. But, as in today, it just feels a lot better because now I had to really start with myself. I had to really think like, at the end of the day, I'm going to be proud of who I am and what I'm going to bring to, Dallas. And so that was very important.
That's good.
Yes. Now, are there like any particular owners or business owners that you would love to partner with here in the Dallas area or just in general?
You say that, and I had to. I'm trying not to like give too much information.
Yeah, I know, but it's always good to because working with people is just I've learned I guess later on that like you said you just can't do it by yourself.
Oh yes.
And you got to have people in your corner. You got to really connect with people, and that was just one of the hardest things. And now it's just I take it very seriously.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
Well, I mean, the team that I have right now, I'm very grateful for. Like, I have 4 interns that assist with events, and I have 2 photographers, 2 videographers. I have a publicist and a graphics designer. Those people are all on my team. What I'm looking to add on to my team is an administrative assistant, which I just opened up that job position yesterday. And I'm looking to add on bookkeepers, and I do want to add an additional publicist too to help with more awareness. But I can't say specific businesses that that I want to partner with just yet. Because to me, like my business is 2 years old. This business, and for me, I compare my business to children, which you shouldn't. So my baby's 2 years old. It ain't a whole lot the 2-year-old can do. You know what I'm saying? But everybody gotta help with that 2-year-old, right? Like the 2-year-olds gotta have you gotta tie the shoes, you gotta pick the clothes out, you gotta give them a bath. They tell you they can do stuff on their own, but they can't. So that's what I relate my business to. So I have a lot of growing to do. But the progress that I have made in 2 years is amazing. And I'm grateful. Like I'm grateful for all the people that come into this lounge. I'm grateful for all the people that come and help me on my team. So I'm still gathering that list of concrete businesses or concrete people that I do want to connect with.
Oh, definitely. And so now I want to go back to when you first started your journey. What else have you really accomplished besides, opening this business lounge? I know that you were in the fitness industry, but have there been other things that you have done in the community? Because I know you do speaking as well. So I know there's a lot.
I do love to speak, and I do business pitch competitions, and I also teach or help other people do pitch competitions. That's actually I got one today at UTD where I'm going when we're finished here. But business plan pitching is so fun to me, and people are so intimidated by it, so it's really fun.
I've done it. I loved it.
It's another thing. It's all about confidence. Yes. It's all about confidence and you knowing your stuff and being able to spit it out really quickly and amuse the guests or amuse the judges. But I do love to speak. That's one of my ultimate dreams is to be able to fly around the world and do speaking engagements.
Oh,
I
definitely.
love to inspire and empower people and to share my journey because I mean, hey, I'm a rare find. I really am. I am a
Hmm.
risk taker. Okay,
Well,
like
I say the same thing. I don't know where I get it. I don't truly don't get it from my mother's side of the family,
oh,
but
me
I
either.
yeah I get it from my father's side of the family. So that's where I think a lot of it came. I just felt like at an early age I knew that I thought different. I
Hmm.
wanted something different, and that
Yes.
was the whole purpose of coming to Dallas because it's
Same here.
not to say that you didn't want to be around your family and all stuff, but sometimes it takes that big step to be like, okay, I'm going to do this. It's a comfort zone where everybody's all together, but I've grown so much here by myself doing this, and it's just I love it. So that's the
Yes.
main thing.
Yes, me too.
And so what can we expect from the business lounge in 2020?
So in 2020, I'm working on quite a few things, and one of them is doing the business seminars. So at first, I was doing the business workshops on a monthly basis. What I'm going to do is, because of my community and the way that we operate, I'm going to do them quarterly instead of monthly. Because one thing I have learned this year is you can't change people's behavior, but you can leverage it.
Oh,
So
okay.
people in Dallas and well in business general, they tend to operate off of quarters.
Yeah. Hmm.
So if you notice January, everything is all high and mighty because everybody ready, they on fire.
Yes, yes.
And then come March, it starts to go down a little bit. Then come
Yeah,
April, you really like, well,
yeah, that's
So by doing the business seminars quarterly, it'll be more jam packed, but they'll get all four workshop instructors in one workshop.
okay.
And so that's one of the things that I'm going to do. I'm also going to be launching the buying project. And that's what I was speaking about that earlier, but I'm going to get a group of business owners together who are willing to commit to the project. And we will be circulating dollars within the community, within the people in that group. So we will be able to purchase items from a company once a month, and we will either be giving them a referral or we'll be doing reviews or whatever. But the ultimate goal is to bring awareness to a business each month, and also not just awareness, but bring some sales to them. So that's the
Definitely.
buying project. That's another thing that I'm going to do. Another thing that I'm launching in 2020 is the Men in Dallas Business Brunch.
Mm.
So you see all these brunches and things that are more centered around women. I'm going to do some for men.
Yes, that would be good because I mean, it really isn't a lot for I would say African American men to really
Yes.
come together, to really coexist, to
Hmm.
really just show support to one another in the business community because we don't have a lot of that. We
That's
don't have
right.
those spaces. So I think that would be such, a good thing.
Yes,
Definitely.
and that'll be happening in February.
Oh, good, good.
So
And so, what advice could you give to the upcoming entrepreneur or somebody who's just, at that point where they just about to give up or just mainly just getting their foot out there?
I would say get connected. Like, don't try to do it all on your own. I have a group on Facebook called Business Lounge Dallas, and it's very informative. I can't even talk. Informative. There's a lot of people in there that's actually engaging, giving out information and resources. It's not a group that you can come and spam in. It's a group that you can get in there, build a relationship, and connect with people and ask your questions. Okay, because we can't get help if we don't ask the questions, and then we can't help if we don't know the questions.
That's right.
So, but you get in there and get connected with people. I also have other groups that I'm connected to that's also beneficial. So I have those listed in a group as well as groups that you can go connect to. But it's always about that connecting with people and going to network because you have to be near someone who's feeling the same thing,
That's right.
so that you know, number one, that you're not alone, and number two, you should be able to pull each other out. If you can't pull each other out, then you add another and you add another, but not necessarily another on the same level,
Hmm.
but somebody who you guys can pull from. But you have to get in contact with somebody, especially if you're in a household where nobody's an entrepreneur. You better get that help get that help. So
Oh, definitely. And where can we get more information about the Business Lounge? And where can we find you? Where can we get, definitely
I
what
am
taste?
very active all over. Business Lounge Dallas on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Google, and the website is businessloungedallas.com. So it's the same name all over, everywhere. Make it simple. We have over 150 five-star reviews on Google. So go out, check us out. I encourage you to come by the lounge. I got you.
That's right. Oh my goodness. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to really sit down with me and discuss, the Business Lounge. I hope that it brings so much, goodness to the community, which it already has. But I'm just looking so forward to 2020 of what it has to, what it's going to bring, and what it already has brought. But definitely, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I like to be acknowledged. Okay.
Yes, definitely. That's what I do. But this concludes our show for today. But definitely check us out on the business DMB website, which is dmb.com. And check me out on Marcus Cobb, definitely on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Uh, Tune in 2 weeks from today because next week is Thanksgiving. So enjoy that time with your family and friends. So in 2 weeks, we'll be interviewing another business owner, definitely in the Dallas Fort Worth area. And coming up, we have more surprises for you, definitely coming in 2020. So until then, y'all keep grinding and take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was awesome.
Oh, yes.